Hi, I'm Irina Baker, and today I will be talking about a purpose of your life. Many women entrepreneurs usually are very interested to know what it is that they're here to do. What are they doing the right thing in their business? Are they serving the right way? Is this the best way for their talents and so forth? I know everybody is very interested to find out or to confirm what maybe already they know, or a lot of people actually don't even know. However, today's talk is not about mission in life. So I want to distinguish two different terms. One term is the purpose of life, and the second one is the mission of life. So when people talk about purpose of life, they think usually that it's a mission because all they know is that they're called to do more, to be more, to achieve more, to everybody strives to be successful. And success always determined by how much money you made, are you famous, and so forth. So this is the material success. And that's so when you ask somebody, are you successful? Well, that person is successful when the person has accumulated some significant amount of money in their bank, and they are well known in whatever circle they're in or in their industry and so forth. We usually call these people very successful. And I actually heard from about actually three people, and we periodically hear about that as well. So even this year, just this year, I heard three names of three business people who died in the midst of their fame, of their fortune, of their huge accumulation of wealth. They've been very well known in the industry. They had a lot of students or clients or followers, and they were enjoying their status in life. So they, according to our definition, they were very successful. But the result of that, well, they passed away in the middle of all of that prematurely, much in a much younger age that you would think a person would pass away. And I say it with all due respect, but I would like us to look at it from the spiritual perspective, because perhaps and most likely they did fulfill their mission on earth, which was to help others to with their talents and abilities to change lives, to help other humans to succeed in whatever they were teaching. So that was the mission. They were at the right time in the right place, doing what they were supposed to do, I'm sure, because they enjoyed it, and they, as a result, they accumulated great wealth. So that's all good and fine. However, the bigger question is, there is the second term, and the second term is the purpose. So mission versus the purpose, there are two different terms, and they are not interchangeable because they're two different things. And so the purpose answers the question, why on earth actually I incarnated here? Why did I take this body of mine? Why did I become the partner with the body? And why I am here on earth? And believe me, the purpose in life is not to accumulate great wealth and pass away. And I actually didn't mention that all three people passed away from cancer. And that tells me that when somebody has cancer, that means the spiritual healing was not really done or even started or whatever it is, because if the person would pay attention and would seriously consider spiritual side of things, cancer would not even happen. So it's interesting thing that yes, they have reached a lot, they accomplished a lot, but they passed away prematurely, and they passed away in suffering, in cancer. And that's That's the destiny I would not want to have. And I'm sure you wouldn't want either. So, back to the question of the purpose. So, the purpose is actually, it's the purpose we incarnate here is spiritual, it's not material. When a person is only concerned with this, with the material success, they usually focused on the outside world, because it takes great amount of energy, focus, determination, as you know, to be focused on the outside world, and so you can achieve great wealth and fame. But when you focus inside, that's entirely different picture. And yes, you cannot actually be focused on both at the same time. So I mean seriously focused at the same time. And when you focus on the spiritual side of things first, make them priority, and then continue with the physical, first of all, wealth still comes, success still comes, but it's an entirely different picture. It's entirely different everything, because the consciousness changes. And so the purpose is, you, every single one here on earth, has to find out or wake up to their spiritual purpose and answer this question: what is the real meaning of my life? What is, and believe me, it's not the accumulation of wealth, because as simple as that, you cannot take your fame, your fortune, your followers, I hope not, your anything material to the other side. So then what exactly are you taking with you? Because if you think, if you know that you came into this life not just by accident, but for a specific reason, well, what is the reason? Did you wake up to it? Did you remember? Did you fulfill it? Because if you didn't, and that's a spiritual one, because when we're born alone, we will die alone. We do not take any material stuff with us, and we do not bring any material stuff with us. So that means there has to be on the inside, that is much more important, that all material things together. And that is the spiritual purpose. And that spiritual purpose dictates actually everything else, including your mission, including the meaning of life and everything else. So the purpose has to come first, and the answer to this purpose should be found. And so that's the question that actually people have feel inside it, but they don't know it, they ignore it, so they don't know how to answer, how to ask this question. And hence my teaching right now here about to find out about finding out your spiritual purpose. And I want to share with you a story that demonstrate the point of all what I've just told you. There was a rich farmer who had a lot of grain, and he stored that grain in the facility, storage facility. And here comes the next crop, and the harvest is huge, and he has even more grain. And but he doesn't have a storage facility. So he said to himself, I will build the new storage facility even bigger than I have now. And then I will store all this grain in my storage, so I can now retire and enjoy my life. It will be great. Well, that very night, God spoke to the farmer and said to him, your soul will separate from your physical body tonight. You foolish man, you accumulated so much wealth, but you cannot take this wealth into onto the other side. Where is your spiritual wealth? Well, if you've never been focused on the inside ever, if you never discovered what your spiritual purpose in life is, if you never fulfill that purpose, well, guess what? You fail this lifetime, it's a waste. You go to the other side, you incarnate back again at some point, you get a new body, new circumstances, but you start where you stop. Therefore, it's another attempt to wake up to your spiritual purpose. So I'd rather do it this way, in this lifetime, so I do not need to incarnate again and again and again. because I did not fulfill my spiritual purpose in the previous lifetime. But of course, this is your choice and this is your decision. And for those who are really interested in what I'm saying, I would like to invite you to my upcoming Divine Guidance Challenge class. It's free, it's for women entrepreneurs who want to know their not only their mission, but they're also their purpose, their meaning, and they want to include spiritual life into their business life as well. And I would like to invite you to go to irinabaker.com/challenge and register. It's coming up soon. And believe me, your life will change because you will get a divine message, you will get transformation, and it will never be the same. You will never look at life from the same perspective as you did before. And please remember, when you follow the divine, money will follow you. When you serve the divine, money will serve you.